Alright y'all, so as you may or may not know, I just recently graduated high school. So there are a whole bunch of quizzes going around that like test your knowledge to see if you learned anything. So I'm gonna take those today and see if I actually learned anything. So let's get started. I think this is all about science, but I'm not sure. And it says high school students are taking more advanced science and math courses than ever and graduating with many more science credits that could pave the way to careers in science and technology. We invited high school teachers and other educators to send us their favorite question. Try taking a short quiz and see how well you match up. I'm a little nervous. Okay, which of the following conditions on Mars would be the first to kill a human who is unprotected? Why did I say that like that? Who is unprotected and unassisted by life support? I think it'd be the CO2. Dang, I was between B and C. Okay, never mind. Two avatars are expecting a baby. The father and the mother both have turquoise skin and are oh, I hate these questions. What is probability of their baby having blue skin? Okay, they both have turquoise skin and are DT 25, 75. What the? Never mind. Apparently I don't know my biology very well. I don't remember any of this stuff from high school. And I graduated like, yeah, we're not gonna talk about it. Okay. Raha Monarch the first is trying to boil water for rice at base camp. How should she alter her recipe at a high elevation? No, air pressure is higher. Just kidding. It's lower. Air pressure is lower at high altitudes. You probably need a higher temperature. Nope. These are not questions I learned in high school. Sorry. Table salt is made from two unreactive nonmetals. This really just not making me look good right now. Okay, Tim is not allowed to drive. Tim's age is 1. Well, Tim's age is less than 17. Increase Tim's age by 1. That's not even a good question. It doesn't make sense. I'm just gonna go with 16 because that's just how all places are. 17. The terms floating point error or machine precision error refer to, I think it's A. Boom! Look at that, guys. I got 1 in computer science. If 2 chickens lay 2 eggs in 2 days, how long does it take 100 chickens to lay 100 eggs? So they just lay 1 egg a day. So it takes 1 day. I think this is right. 2 days. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that is right. A horse runs a 2-lap race around a circular track. During the first lap, its average speed is 20 miles per hour. What must the horse's average speed be during the second lap? So its average speed over the course of the entire 2-lap race is 40 miles per hour. 60. Infinitely fast? What the crap kind of question is that? Sorry, I just didn't understand that was even an answer choice. A talented math student while walking his girlfriend home suggests the following. Let's use the half method. Every time we travel half the remaining distance, I get a kiss. When asked to explain further, he said the total distance is 4 miles. So I get a kiss after we've traveled 2 miles. I also get a kiss after we've traveled half the remaining 2 miles, half the remaining 1 mile, and so on. How many kisses does he get? Infinite. I'm fairly certain it's infinite. Yes, okay, got that one. Sam has 1 pound of gold on the moon while Dylan has 1 pound of gold on the earth. They have the same amount. Things are heavier on the moon, but... No, wait. Sam. I don't like these questions. If the sun is a basketball, then Earth is... I never did this in my physics class. I would say it's not a tennis ball for sure. I'm going with B. A fruit fly. I did so bad on that. I think I need to take another quiz to redeem myself. Okay, this says anyone who finished high school should pass this general knowledge quiz. What is the atomic sign for water? H2O. Boom, got it. True or false? John Lennon discovered the ukulele in the 1960s. Discovered? He's the person who discovered the ukulele? Or is that just saying he discovered it himself? The ukulele has been around since before the 1960s. I'm fairly certain. I'm gonna say false. Okay, good. What is the basic unit of life in all things? The cell. What is the square root of 64? 8. What is foreshadowing? It is the indication of a future event. Which of these words does not belong with the others? Bud. What is a general name for a group of wolves? I think it's a pack. It's not a school, that's fish. Okay, pack. Are kidneys organs? Yes. Choose the sentence that contains an error in grammar, usage, or punctuation. I did very well on the English section of the ACT, so I'm hoping I get this right. Come on. There. Which of the following is an example of a metaphor? I'm fairly certain it says flower one. Just kidding. In Greek mythology, what is Aphrodite, the goddess of love? I just learned that from Percy Jackson, to be honest. True or false? Frodo Baggins is the hero of Hogwarts. False. He's from Lord of the Rings. Which of these does not belong with the others? Excite, prosper, thrive, flourish. Excite. Where in the body is the temporal lobe located? The brain. Sparta was a city-state in which ancient country? You know, I should have learned this in my AP World History class, but I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's Greece. Okay, yeah. Forest is tree, is a tree, as tree is to leaf. Got it. Name this animal. That is a chinchilla, I think. Chinchilla. What is the capital of Panama? Not Buenos Aires, that is in Argentina. Lima is Peru. Panama City? I think that is a trick question. I'm going with this one. Dang, okay, I should have just gone with the obvious one. How many rings are on the Olympic flag? There's red, orange, green, blue, black, 5. What is the definition of echolalia? Well, echo, so it's something that's repeating probably. It's either the single motion repeated to redundancy or meaningless repetition of another person's spoken word. I'm gonna say meaningless repetition of another person's spoken word. Okay, yeah. Choose the sentence that contains an error in grammar, usage, or punctuation. We looked everywhere and couldn't find them. It looks like the perfect day for a picnic. Our new neighbors are so friendly. Timmy needs to hurry up and get to school. I'm trying I think it's a spelling error. I think they spelled friendly wrong. I was gonna say, I hope like all those necklaces from Justice from 3rd grade, that's how I memorized how to spell friend. What is a rhombus? It is a parallelogram with equal sides, I think. Yeah. Who wrote The Metamorphosis? I don't even know what that is, so I'm just gonna guess Wallace. Nope. Which mythological beast is this? That is, it's not a centaur, it's not a phoenix. I'm going with a Kronkin. Boom. Who painted this? I did not take art history. My mom was an art history major, so she might know this. It kind of looks like Picasso style, but I'm not positive. I'm just gonna go with that. Okay, yeah, look at that. Cynophobia is the fear of what? Going with heights. Dogs, really? Yes, did not know that one. Who said what goes up must come down? That was Isaac Newton. I got an 89. That's pretty good. The average score is 72. So I guess I passed the general knowledge for high school. Way better than the first test. I think that, literally, I don't think high school students could pass that. Like, I took a lot of science classes and I did really bad. So unless you took like a ton of like AP computer science and things like that, you shouldn't really be able to know those. And I don't think I think that's more like a, if you studied science in college, then you should know these. Okay, here we go. Here's our last one. Which of the following is not one of the 4 nitrogenous bases found in DNA? Oh, I know it's adenine and guanine are in there. Cytosine and uracil, those both sound like them, but I know they bond with different ones. I think these are all involved in the process. Yes! Boom. It was the first state to ratify the Constitution. Pennsylvania. Delaware, apparently. What elements can be found in the first column of the periodic table? Noble? I was close. Which of these is not a work by William Shakespeare? The Iliad and Hamlet both are. I don't know about The Tempest and Othello, if that's how you say it. The Tempest sounds familiar. I'm gonna go with Othello. Oh, apparently the Iliad is. Who wrote that? Oh, Homer. What type of triangle has 2 sides equal in length? Isosceles. A haiku is a traditional poem from which country? I feel like it's either Japan or Vietnam. I'm gonna go with Vietnam. Japan. I was close. How do you find the sine of an angle? SOHCAHTOA, opposite over hypotenuse. What is capital of Spain? Barcelona. No, Madrid. I would just think Barcelona because I'm pretty sure that's where Cheetah Girls win that movie. The largest organ of the body is part of the which system? Technically, the largest external organ is the skin. The largest internal is the small intestine. So I'm gonna go with integumentary because that's skin. Okay. Which of the following isn't a writer during the American Renaissance? Emerson? What are atoms made of? All the Oh, I meant to click all the above. My finger slipped. Victor Hugo wrote which of the following plays? I'm gonna go with that one. Boom! Got it! Robert Frost, which I cannot speak. I'm gonna go with A Dream Within a Dream. Dang it. What is the name of a U-shaped curve on a graph? None of the above. Just kidding, it's parabola. I took algebra a long time ago too. When given a deck of cards, what is the probability that the first card you draw will be a heart? I think there's 13 hearts in a deck of cards. 13. So 13 divided by 1552, 1/4. In the order of a succession, I actually have no clue. I'm not good with government stuff. Secretary of the State. Just kidding. I was close. Given the data set, find the median. I think it's, 6. Yeah, okay. I got a 60. I scored better than 41% of the people who take this though, so I feel like that's pretty good. I did so. That first quiz I feel like was not fair. That was way geared towards like really, really smart AP computer science, AP, like all AP kids. The rest of them I feel like were more accurate. Anymore, I feel like you graduate high school. I feel like high school is really just prepping you for college, and college is really where you learn a lot of stuff. So I don't feel bad that I didn't like get 100% all those, because A, I don't really think it's possible, and B, I just am focusing on learning in college because that's what really matters to me. So this is super fun. I like taking those quizzes, even though I think they're a little bit rigged. I think they purposely make it so you can't get 100%. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!